History is a tapestry of triumphs and tragedies. But what about the stories lost in the shadows, the eras overlooked, dismissed as insignificant or dull? These forgotten eras hold the key to a richer, more nuanced understanding of our past. Join me now as we embark on a journey through the sands of history. We'll dust off the forgotten and illuminate the overlooked. Our exploration of the most underrated era in history is about to begin. Our journey takes us back to the heart of Europe, to a time after the fall of the Roman Empire. The year is 476 CE. From its ashes rises a new power, a dynasty shrouded in mystery and often misrepresented in the annals of history. This is the story of the Merovingians. The Merovingians ruled over a vast swathe of modern-day France, Belgium, and parts of Germany for over 2 centuries. Their reign is portrayed as a descent into barbarism, a dark age marked by violence and instability. But this characterization is a gross oversimplification. The collapse of the Roman Empire left a void in Western Europe, quickly filled by migrating Germanic tribes. Among these were the Franks, a loose confederation of warriors who had settled in Gaul. The early Merovingian kings were warlords, pragmatists who relied on military prowess and strategic alliances to consolidate their power. Their success lay in their ability to adapt to the changing political landscape. This pragmatic approach would become a hallmark of Merovingian rule. The Merovingian kingdom was not a centralized state in the modern sense. It was a patchwork of loosely connected territories, each ruled by a member of the Merovingian dynasty. This decentralized structure allowed the Merovingians to maintain control over a vast and diverse territory. Each sub-kingdom could address local concerns and cultivate relationships with regional elites. However, rivalries between Merovingian kings were common, and power struggles often erupted into open warfare. Despite these internal divisions, the Merovingians managed to maintain a remarkable degree of stability. One figure stands out in the early Merovingian period, Clovis I. A ruthless warrior and shrewd politician, Clovis is credited with unifying the Frankish tribes under his rule. Through military campaigns and strategic alliances, he gradually expanded his territory. His most decisive victory came in 496 CE at the Battle of Tolbiac. After this victory, Clovis converted to Christianity, a pivotal moment in European history. Clovis's reign marked a turning point in Merovingian history. The Merovingian era witnessed a surprising flourishing of culture and learning. Monasteries became centers of learning and scholarship. Monks meticulously copied ancient texts, preserving classical knowledge. The Merovingian court played a vital role in fostering this cultural renaissance. The spread of Christianity was one of the most significant developments of the Merovingian era. Monasteries played a pivotal role in shaping the religious and social landscape of the Frankish kingdoms. Monks often served as advisors to kings and played a key role in converting the pagan population to Christianity. Despite the challenges of their time, the Merovingians left behind a rich legacy of art and architecture. Merovingian architecture was initially influenced by Roman building techniques but gradually developed its own distinctive features. Metalwork was another area where Merovingian artisans excelled. Merovingian art also found expression in illuminated manuscripts, textiles, and stone carving. While often overlooked in traditional historical narratives, women played significant roles in Merovingian society. Frankish law granted women certain rights and protections. Queens in particular held considerable sway. They acted as advisors to their husbands and managed royal households. Women played vital roles in preserving and transmitting culture. The Merovingian dynasty saw a succession of rulers, each leaving their mark on the Frankish kingdoms. These were warrior kings, leading their armies into battle and forging alliances. Their reigns were often marked by both brilliance and brutality. From Merovech to Childeric III, Their stories paint a vivid tapestry of ambition and intrigue. They understood that power was a precarious thing, won and lost on the battlefield and in the halls of power. No figure looms larger in the Merovingian saga than Clovis I. Ascending to the throne in 481 CE, he united the Frankish tribes under his rule. His conversion to Christianity secured the support of the Catholic Church. Clovis commissioned the Salic Law, codifying Frankish customs and traditions. His reign was marked by a blend of military might and political acumen. Brunhilde of Austrasia stands out as a figure of exceptional power and influence. Wife of King Sigebert I, she ruled as regent for her son and grandson. Brunhilde was a woman of remarkable intellect and political savvy. She exerted considerable influence during her husband's reign. After his assassination, she fought tirelessly to secure her son's inheritance. Brunhilde's story is a testament to the power that women could wield in Merovingian society. The Merovingian dynasty, like all empires, eventually succumbed to the weight of its own internal contradictions and external pressures. By the 7th century, the seeds of decline had been sown. Internal strife, power struggles between rival branches of the dynasty, and the rise of powerful aristocratic families eroded royal authority. The Merovingian kings, once warrior kings leading their armies into battle, gradually retreated from public life, becoming increasingly reliant on the mayors of the palace, originally high-ranking officials responsible for managing the royal household, to handle the affairs of state. These mayors, drawn from powerful aristocratic families, gradually amassed power and influence, eclipsing the authority of the kings they ostensibly served. The final blow to Merovingian rule came in 751 CE, when Pepin the Short, mayor of the Palace of Austrasia, deposed the last Merovingian king, Childeric III, with the blessing of the Pope. The Merovingian dynasty, once the undisputed rulers of the Frankish kingdoms, faded into obscurity, replaced by the Carolingian dynasty, with Pepin the Short as its first king. The decline of the Merovingians was a gradual process, a slow erosion of power and prestige. It serves as a reminder that even the most powerful empires are not immune to the forces of history, and that the seeds of decline are often sown within. The Merovingian dynasty, though often relegated to the shadowy fringes of early medieval history, left an indelible mark on the course of Western civilization. Their reign, far from being a mere interlude between the Roman Empire and the Carolingian Renaissance, witnessed profound transformations that would shape the political, social, and cultural landscape of Europe for centuries to come. Their legacy, though sometimes subtle and often overlooked, is woven into the very fabric of modern Europe. The Merovingians were not merely inheritors of a fractured Roman world, they were architects of a new order. They laid the groundwork for the feudal system that would dominate medieval Europe, established the Frankish kingdom as a major power, and played a crucial role in the Christianization of Western Europe. Their influence can be traced in the evolution of language, the development of legal systems, and the very notion of kingship that would shape European monarchies for centuries. To truly understand the significance of the Merovingian era, we must look beyond the simplistic narratives of decline and fall. We must delve into the complexities of their world, a world in transition, where the remnants of Roman civilization intertwined with Germanic traditions to forge a new and vibrant culture. The fall of the Roman Empire had profound social and economic repercussions throughout Western Europe. The centralized Roman system, with its urban centers and complex networks of trade, gave way to a more localized and agrarian society. It was within this context that the seeds of feudalism, a system of social and political organization that would define medieval Europe, were sown. The Merovingian kings, constantly engaged in warfare and reliant on the loyalty of their warriors, granted land and privileges to their followers in exchange for military service. This practice, known as benefice, became increasingly common, gradually evolving into a system of hereditary landholding and vassalage. Moreover, the decline of central authority and the increasing insecurity of the times led to the rise of local strongmen, often wealthy landowners who offered protection to those who swore allegiance to them. These local lords, in turn, owed loyalty and military service to their overlords, creating a complex web of obligations and allegiances that formed the basis of the feudal system. While the fully developed feudal system would not emerge until the Carolingian period, the Merovingian era laid the groundwork for its development. The social and economic transformations of this era, driven by the need for security and stability in a turbulent world, paved the way for the emergence of a new social order that would shape Europe for centuries. Section 3, Echoes in the Language of Law, the Merovingian Imprint. The Merovingian era marked the transition from oral customs to written law codes in Western Europe. These codes fused Roman legal principles with Germanic traditions, shaping governance and justice. The Salic law, commissioned by Clovis I, addressed inheritance, property rights, and crimes. It introduced wergild, a system of monetary compensation, emphasizing fines over blood feuds. The Merovingian codes aimed to establish clear laws, promoting order and stability. This emphasis on written law influenced the development of European legal systems. A legacy forged in time. The Merovingian era laid the foundation for France and Germany as distinct national entities. Through conquests, alliances, and reforms, they forged unity and identity. Clovis's unification and conversion to Christianity established a centralized kingdom. The Carolingians inherited and expanded this legacy. The Treaty of Verdun in 843 CE divided the empire, leading to the emergence of France and Germany. The Merovingian era's legacy continues to shape the world today. Section 1. Unearthing the Underrated. We've journeyed back to a time often shrouded in mist. A time many consider a dark age, a void between the grandeur of Rome and the rise of Charlemagne. But we've seen the light that flickered in those shadows. The Merovingian era, far from being a historical wasteland, was a period of remarkable transformation, resilience, and innovation. We've seen how, from the ashes of a fallen empire, the Merovingians forged a new order. They laid the foundation for feudalism, a system that would define medieval Europe. They championed the spread of Christianity, forever altering the religious landscape of the continent. And perhaps most importantly, they planted the seeds of nationhood, seeds that would eventually blossom into the France and Germany we know today. The Merovingians were not perfect rulers, far from it. Their reign was marked by its share of violence, intrigue, and instability. But within those imperfections lies a valuable lesson. History is not a neat and tidy progression from darkness to enlightenment. It's a messy, complex tapestry, woven from countless threads, each one essential to the whole. Section 2. The journey continues. Our exploration of the Merovingian era, this most underrated of historical periods, is just the beginning. History is replete with forgotten stories, overlooked eras waiting to be rediscovered. There are countless hidden gems beneath the surface, each one offering a unique perspective on the human story. So I invite you to join me in this ongoing journey of discovery. Let's challenge our assumptions, question the familiar narratives, and delve into the overlooked corners of the past. For in doing so, we not only gain a richer understanding of history, but also a deeper appreciation for the complexities of our own time. And who knows what wonders await us? What forgotten empires, unsung heroes, and groundbreaking innovations lie dormant, waiting for their moment to be unearthed? The adventure continues. Now, for those of you eager to embark on your own historical explorations, click the link in the description for a treasure trove of resources, maps, and travel guides. Let the journey continue.